Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first ever NASCAR preview show. My name is Cody Hatt, and I'll be your host. So, in this show, we're going to be previewing the upcoming Daytona 500 weekend. We'll also recap what happened in the offseason, just to give everybody a quick refresher. So, in the offseason, we'll do the offseason first. Cup offseason recap is Jimmie Johnson buys into Petty GMS. They rebrand the company into Legacy Motor Club. Inside of Legacy Motor Club, Noah Gragson signs a deal to replace Ty Dillon. In probably what was the most shocking news out of last year in the offseason, Kyle Busch is out at JGR. For the first time since 2008, he will not be in a Joe Gibbs Toyota. He gets replaced by Ty Gibbs, the second coming himself, as he said. Now, Kyle moves to RCR, which is shocking for reasons. If you've been around NASCAR long enough, you know that RCR threatened to kick Kyle Busch's ass at one point in time a few years ago. Anyway, Kyle goes to RCR to replace Tyler Reddick, and he recently announced that he will be running 5 Xfinity races for Kaulig this year. Kyle Busch is the winningest driver in Xfinity, so he's going to have a chance to win 5 more. Tyler Reddick replaces the injured Kurt Busch a year early at 2311. Now, if you remember last year, Tyler Reddick signed a contract to go to 2311, but it was supposed to be in 2024. AJ Allmendinger is moving up from Xfinity and will be full-time in the Cup Series in the number 16 Kaulig Racing Chevy. Cole Custer ends up back in the Xfinity Series, and Ryan Preece replaces him to make his Cup Series return. If you remember, he was out last year because JTG Doherty Racing cut back to 1 full-time car because they only had 1 charter, so they were losing money on the second car that didn't have a charter. So that means Ryan Preece will be in much better equipment this go-around. We'll have to see if he can make the best of his new opportunity. Also, speaking of Stewart-Haas, Kevin Harvick announced that he will retire at the end of 2023, and he'll be joining the Fox booth as an announcer next year. On to the Daytona weekend preview. In the Cup Series, there are 6 cars going for 4 spots in the Daytona 500. The 2 fastest go-or-go-home cars in qualifying will be locked into the show. Editing Cody here. At the time of recording, qualifying was happening. Jimmie Johnson and Travis Pastrana both are in on speed. They qualified their way in by qualifying. They don't have to worry about the dual races. They are the 2 that are in. Thanks. Bye. Kyle Busch will have more than 5 manufacturer teammates for the first time since basically he joined JGR in 2008. Can he work well with all of his newfound Chevy teammates to bring home his first Daytona 500 win? The man's won a race in every season he's been in Cup for the past, 18, 19 years, something like that. He has a chance to break the tie that he has with Richard Petty for the most years with a win, most consecutive years with a win. Tyler Reddick hopes to capitalize on having his new car owner Denny Hamlin's speedway racing prowess and knowledge on his side to bring him a win in the 500. Speaking of Denny Hamlin, 2311 will be running a 3rd car at Daytona this year. It will be piloted by motorsports legend himself, Travis Pastrana. The car will be sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee, and people have made fun of the paint scheme. I think it's pretty appropriate for Travis Pastrana myself, but it might be kind of ugly. Now, on to the Xfinity Series preview. The General, Cole Custer, is back, and he's going to be hungry to get an Xfinity Series championship after he finished 2nd in points in back-to-back years in 2018 and 2019. He may have an easier road to get that championship with Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson, and AJ Allmendinger all leaving to go full-time in the Cup Series this year. Parker Kligerman is back as a full-time driver for the first time since 2013 in the Xfinity Series. He's going to be driving the 48 Big Machine Vodka, Big Machine Racing Chevy Camaro. Myatt Snyder is out at Jordan Anderson Racing. Jordan Anderson will be expanding to a 2-car team this year in the Xfinity Series, and from reports, he's basically selling off every truck thing he has, so it'll be a 2-car Xfinity Series operation only. Parker Retzoff, I think is how you say that, will be in the 31, and Jeb Burton will be in the new 27. As of right now, Mite has announced that he will be doing a select few races in the Joe Gibbs number 19 Toyota Supra. Speaking of Joe Gibbs, Sammy Smith is supposed to be full-time in the 18, and John Hunter Nemechek is full-time in the 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing. The 19 will be a contingent of drivers this year. People normally call it the All-Star car, but they're not calling it that this year because it's not big names like Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin and people like that. It's lesser known drivers. They're giving the small people a chance. Joe Graft is going to drive. Myatt's going to drive. I forget who else is going to drive. In other Xfinity news, Chandler Smith will be in the Colleague number 16. He's going to replace AJ. This is going to be his first full-time year in Xfinity. He was in a Kyle Busch Motorsports truck last year. Landon Castle appears to be out of the number 10 Colleague racing car. Seems like the cryptocurrency whole scheme deal kind of fell apart on him. He lost his sponsorship, so he's out. Now, the Colleague number 10 appears that it's going to be an all-star car. Justin Haley, Kyle Busch, and Austin Dillon have already been announced to drive select races in that car this year. So that might be the all-star car to look out for. As far as their Daytona race goes, there's 44 cars going for 36 spots. The top 4 endpoints from last year and the past champion have provisionals to use. Bob Parkhurst put out a tweet that explains all this. I'll put that on the screen here so y'all can see that. And last but not least, we move on to the Craftsman Truck Series. There's been a decent shakeup in the trucks, and not just the new, old, returning title sponsor. We'll say new title sponsor. With Kyle Busch's departure from Joe Gibbs and Toyota, KBM's subsequent move to Chevy's left Toyota with some moves to make to replace the powerhouse that was KBM. The team, formerly known as DGR, switched from Ford to Toyota and rebranded to be Tricon Garage. That means Haley Deegan, who is a Ford development driver, moved to ThorSport, which switched back from Toyota to Ford. So there's a decent amount of shakeup going on in the manufacturer side in the truck series. ThorSport will still be a 4-truck team. There'll be Matt Crafton, Ben Rhodes, Ty Majeski, in addition to newcomer Haley Deegan. The truck series works basically the same way as the Xfinity series does in regards to go or go home cars. Most recent past champion in the field gets a provisional. That's about it for people that are locked into the show. Top 4 endpoints and past champion. And finally, the schedule for the weekend. I will put up Bob's tweet on the screen that shows you the whole schedule, but what it is Thursday the 16th, 4:05 ARCA series has a practice. 5:05 the truck series has a practice. 7 p.m. the cup duels happen. Thursday the 16th. Friday, ARCA qualifying is at 1:30. 3 p.m. on Friday, the trucks qualify. 4:35 Xfinity has a practice. 5:35 Cup Series has a practice. 7:30 on Friday, the Truck Series races. So that kicks off their season. Saturday, there is a Cup practice at 10:30 in the morning. 11:30 Saturday morning, there is an Xfinity qualifying, or the Xfinity qualifying, I guess I should say. 1:30 on Saturday, the ARCA Series races. 5 p.m., the Xfinity Series kicks off their season. And then on Sunday, the only thing on track is the Cup Series. 2:30 p.m., the Daytona 500. We're back. Racing is back, boys and girls. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to see more of my content, I'm going to try to do these every week do a preview of the next race, do a recap of the last race. This one was just the Daytona 500, so no race in front of it, just the off season. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. I'm trying to grow my little channel here. You can find me on basically all social media by searching my name, Cody Hyatt. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Peace. So, Cup season. Cup off season recap. Cup off season recap. Who gets? Cole Custer ends up back in the Xfinity series, and Ryan Fleet